About 2 years ago, I went to see the Symphony of the Goddess at Boston, and recently I realized that they did a second premiere that was slightly different than the first one, like different song, well, some different songs and slightly changed songs from before. And it's really good. It's really freaking good. And, well, because I watched this, it recently rekindled my desire to play a bunch of Zelda games. So, last night, halfway through this video, which is an hour and 51 minutes long, I purchased that new Zelda game, A Link Between Worlds, and it looks really good. I can't wait for it to get here. It's shipping from Amazon, so it'll be here in a few days. Unfortunately, no Amazon Prime, because I didn't order it directly through Amazon. But, yeah, that rekindled my desire to play Legend of Zelda, so I have it over here. And, I really want to play something like... Oh, shut up, Navi. I really want to play Twilight Princess, because that's one of the games that I never beat. And the Twilight Princess movement in this soundtrack, symphony, awesomeness, was my favorite song. Well, actually, no, it was my second favorite. I cannot talk. My second favorite song, the Link to the Past movement, was my favorite one, just because I love Link to the Past soundtrack. It's probably my favorite soundtrack of most, if not any, video games that isn't Nier. Yeah, Nier just has a really good soundtrack. But, I want to play it now. I'm going to probably play Twilight Princess later, and I'm enjoying Ocarina of Time right here, so all's good. All is good indeed. Now I just have to wait for the third Symphony of the Goddess, and hopefully I can actually catch it, because the last one I ended up missing every place it premiered by about a week. Like, it premiered in Boston the week after I was leaving Massachusetts. It premiered in New Jersey the week after I was leaving New Jersey. It premiered in Maryland the week before I was going to Maryland, and it was just like, one after another, it was premiering at a time that I could not see it. Yeah. A little annoying, but, yeah, I went and I also dug up all of my 3DS games, and I realized, wow, these things are pretty small. I have, how many is this? I think this is 12 games? Yeah, this 12 games right here, and they all fit within the palm of my hand. This is like thousands, if not tens of thousands of hours of development in the palm of my hand. What a world we live in. But, yeah. I am happy to be playing Legend of Zelda. I really want to go through some of these games, actually, because... Oh, come on, camera, focus. There we go. A lot of these games I really like. Like Mario Kart 7 was a lot of fun. Kid Icarus I really did not end up liking that much. This game was okay. It felt a little clunky. This game I really want to beat, but I haven't gotten around to it. This game was the first 3DS game I ever got. This game I also want to beat, but I haven't gotten around to it. This game I still need to beat. I'm pretty far into it, but I haven't beaten it yet. I really want to love this game, but it just feels weird to me. This game... Nintendo, you had such a fantastic chance to do something wonderful, and you gave me this. This was a wonderful game. I love this game to death. This game ruined my summer. And I really need to play this game. I really need to beat it. I just barely started it. So... there's my 3DS library, then we also have Ocarina of Time, which is currently in the 3DS. And actually, if we just come over here, we got the old 3DS, I got the XL and the normal one. I don't know if I ever told the story. It's probably on my PAX 2013 vlog, actually, which I stumbled upon the other day when I was going through some of my old videos. But, so... PAX 2013, PAX last year, which, by the way, I'm not going to PAX this year. Had to cancel plans, so... that's really unfortunate. This is going to be the first year in... well, my first PAX was not last year's, but the years before. And that was a lot of fun. I met a lot of people that I knew online, and then, yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I've had this 3DS since launch day. I purchased this the day the 3DS came out, and for about a year or 2 years, there were, like, no games that I wanted to play, and so this thing barely got used, and I really did not actually like using this. I went from the DSi to this, and to be quite honest, I much preferred the build of the DSi over this. It's just, it feels really cheap and plasticky, and my hands get really uncomfortable on it, like, they just cramp up whenever I use it. And I'd always wanted to get an XL just because I'd used them a couple of times and they're just so much more comfortable to hold. The screen looks so much better, and unlike the 3DS, which I don't know if you can, let's see if I can get it to focus properly on the spot, but the 3DS, the way it's built, it can actually scratch itself quite easily along the sides, and I really don't think you're going to be able to see it because my camera does not have a good time focusing in the middle of recording. But the screens get all scratched because of the way that it's constructed. And it's just really not a device that's comfortable to use. So, PAX East. I'm browsing the vendors, and... well, I'm browsing through the vendors, and they're selling, what games are coming out that day? Luigi's Mansion and that Pokemon game, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. A day before they were selling them a day before they were officially officially released to the public. And so I was just like, sweet, I want both of those games, so I purchased both of them. At the same time, they were also selling limited edition Pikachu, Pikachu Edition 3DS XLs, and I almost bought one while I was in line. And right after, I decided against it, so right afterwards I leave the exhibition hall because I want to go play the new games. There's like the handheld zone. If you've been to PAX East, if you haven't been to PAX East, there's this zone called the handheld zone, which is just this large hallway with a bunch of beanbag chairs where you just go, plop yourself down, meet new people, and play handheld video games. So I head up that way, and right before I get to it, right before that area, there's this Pokemon Mystery Dungeon booth. And they're giving away t-shirts, and I'm just like, oh sweet, I want a Pokemon t-shirt. Or I want a Pokemon t-shirt. And so I head over there, they're doing Q&A, or question and answer for the shirts. And so I get over there. They're just like, okay, so next question. Who developed Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? And I'm like, hands up right here, I got it, Chunsoft. And they're like, yeah, you're right. So I go to get my shirt, and instead they hand me a box. A 3DS box. Specifically the box that this 3DS XL came in. I like this thing. I got it at PAX, and I really like this thing. So, yeah, that's how I ended up getting this. So, that was quite the day. And ever since I got that, this has been turned on a couple of times, but only so other people could use it. I plan on sometime down the line, if it ever becomes not absurdly expensive, to slap a capture card on here, because you can do that. The only problem is, it's stupidly expensive. It's like $400 to get a capture card. Actually, it's... how much is it? I think it's anywhere between $200 to $400 depending on where you get it, and it's just absurdly expensive. I really want one, but it's way too much. It's way too much for me to justify getting it. But yeah, so it's the old one. As soon as I got this one, I transferred everything off of this onto here, so this now has ambassador status. Yay! To think that I almost sold that, actually, just because I didn't think I'd ever need it, but then the capture cards came out for it, and I decided against it. But I really like this thing. This thing has a lot of playtime on it. I mean, not as much as I'd like it to have, but I'm going to have to blame that on the library still developing. It still needs a better library. I mean, it has a lot of fantastic games now, but it's not yet at the point of just amazing. And I could just go on a tangent about the Wii U, and actually I did it in an episode, and a couple of people told me in the comments, they were just like, yeah, but there are actually a lot of games. And I'm like, okay, if you go look at all of the games on the Wii U market, there are, when I checked it, I think there were either 42 or 48 Wii U exclusives. And by that, I mean released on the Wii U for the Wii U by either Nintendo or a third-party developer. And I am excluding all Virtual Console games, all remakes, all of that stuff. There are like 42 games. The Wii U library is under 50 games. At least as of the time that I was recording that. I don't know if that's changed. And I think that's really, really, really depressing considering the system came out like 2 years ago. And of those 42 games, of those under 50 games, there are like 4 in total that actually interest me. And I only have 2 of them. The rest of them don't even matter. It makes me really sad because I wanted that console to be so much. It could have been so much, and that's the one thing that makes me so sad. But Nintendo, you ruined the launch so much. You had such potential to make the Wii U a bestseller, and you didn't take it. But that's in the past. Right now, the unfortunate thing about this is that the Wii U has, like, no third-party support, and it's going to be up to Nintendo to deliver everything that we want as gamers. And they're pretty good at doing that. Nintendo's first-party exclusives are, in my opinion, the best. They are unrivaled by anyone. But they haven't done it yet. And I'm still waiting for, like, I'm just waiting for a good lineup of games. At the very least, Super Smash Bros. U is around the Super Smash Bros. U is around the corner, and Mario Kart 8 is also around the corner. So those are two games that I'm really, really looking forward to. Pikmin 3 was a lot of people liked it. I personally didn't, and okay, this is one thing that I've been trying to do. I don't want to dislike something because it's different. That's something that I'm trying to, like, completely break out of the habit of. The reason why I don't like Pikmin 3 is because I feel like it's a step back. It's not that it's different, but it's the removal of one thing in Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 1 that there is no easy way to control your platoon of Pikmin. So, at least there isn't at the point that I am in the game, and as far as I know, there won't be in the future. And, I mean, a lot of people have probably played and beaten this game already, but for me, not having the C-stick control, or equivalent, like with the Wii remote, you could point on the screen somewhere and then press a button and all the Pikmin would go to it, but not in Pikmin 3. At least, not as far as I know. So, just because of that, the controls feel horrendous to me. There's no easy way to control your split. I'm trying to mix Squadron and Platoon into a single word, but there's no easy way to do this, which makes it really cumbersome to handle an army of Pikmin, because what you have to do is literally run into the enemy and dismiss all of your Pikmin. Which I hate. With a burning passion. But other than that, New Super Mario Bros. U was fun. Nothing new, but fun. And Super Mario 3D Land for the Wii U, I don't even know if that, I don't know what the actual title is fun, but nothing different. And what's that other game that I have? I only have 2 games in my life. Oh yeah, those are the only games that I have. The Wind Waker HD is a remake, so I barely consider it a game. I mean, I love Wind Waker. It is... I don't know... My rating for Zelda games is kind of screwy right now, because... Like, I just want to have 3 things, maybe 4 things tied for first place, because I think they're all masterpieces in and of themselves. Like, I love Wind Waker because I absolutely love cell shading, and I think it's a wonderful story. I love Twilight Princess because I love how dark it is. I just wish it was a little bit harder. That would just make the game so much better if it were, like, not necessarily Dark Souls hard, but if it were, like, difficult. And I love A Link to the Past just because I love the top-down games, and that's why I'm getting the A Link Between Worlds. And I absolutely love Majora's Mask because it's dark as hell, and I just love dark games, yet I love Wind Waker. Yeah, can those 4 games just be my 4 favorite Zelda games? Can they all be ranked number 1? I don't know, can all the Zelda games be my favorites? Although I haven't played Skyward Sword, I actually have no clue what the story is like in Skyward Sword, so that's going to be a game that I want to play in the future. But, yeah. So, back to what I was saying, I cannot consider the Wind Waker HD remake to be a real Wii U title just because, it's a remake. I mean, I've played the Wind Waker in 1080p using my wonderful computer. Oh, I love this computer so much, but I've played it in 1080p and it looks wonderful. But I don't need it again for the console. I want a new game. But I can see why they do it from a business perspective. I can't talk today, guys. It's been a while since I've recorded anything. I can see why they did it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I want more from the Wii U game library, and I want more from this thing. Mainly, I just wanted this to not be what it was. Camera, could you please focus? I wanted this to be, like, everything that it isn't. I wanted it to be a good RPG with fun battles, and I wanted to level up. And then I got stickers. And I really don't like stickers. But I guess the problem for the problem that it has, which, like I said, I'm trying to not have anymore, is the fact that it's different, and I want what it was. But yeah, I guess Paper Mario, it's just the fact that they slapped the Paper Mario logo onto that game. If that were, like, not Paper Mario, I'd probably love it so much more, but I wanted a real RPG, and I got that. So, is it? Do I dislike it because it's different? I don't know. I really like Super Paper Mario after I got into the story. At first I didn't like it because of the combat system, but then I actually got into the story and thought it was absolutely wonderful. It was a fantastic story. It was one of the best stories in a Paper Mario game, if not the best story in a Paper Mario game. But that does not even deserve to be Paper Mario. That's just stickers. I'm just gonna go be sad now. So I'm gonna end the vlog now. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Maybe I should rant more about video games, because actually I realized I haven't really talked about games much in the vlog. Usually it's just random things going on in my life, and, well, I mean, this is currently my life right now, and I'm going to a tech school that offers a video game degree. Yeah. But someday I'll be making games, hopefully. So I hope you enjoyed today's rant of a video. I don't know if rants are the best things to have in the vlogs, but, wow, I went from one thing to another like it was nothing. I'm just gonna go back to playing some Zelda. I'm gonna enjoy some Ocarina of Time. So, see you guys in a bit. And by see you in a bit, I totally meant see you all again tomorrow, so I hope you enjoy this video, and until next time, farewell. It's all thunderstormy outside. Not that you can see anything past the reflection. There we go. I hit that really hard. But yeah, we've been getting some lightning apparently. So I decided to play this song. I was hoping for some lightning. I don't think we'll get any. So much sadness.